Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to the first Hearthstone Tavern Brawl Open, hosted by GosuGamers. We're going to be spectating. The match we're going to be seeing first, I believe, is Ekop versus
Ncrlv.
Yeah. I'm here with my co-host Logan,
Hi.
and we are hosting this first Tavern Brawl. So what do you think about Tavern Brawl, Logan?
Tavern Brawl is a really interesting game mode that Hearthstone has very recently introduced. I think it brings a lot of spice to the game, especially this one.
Especially this one. It's very interesting to be sure. It's also just seems very. It's very fun, I think, is the number one thing about it.
Yeah. It just adds a lot of spice to the game. You're not playing it in the normal ways that you're used to. Makes you think about it a lot differently.
Exactly. It's the banana especially adds a lot of deck building spice because everyone wants to be playing minions. Normally, spells are kind of better than minions, but in this mode, minions are often just straight up better.
Yeah, a lot of early game minions and minions that spawn other minions. Violet Teacher, even some minions that affect spell costs, like Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah, exactly. Sorceress is so busted in this mode. The thing about the whole minion stein giving you spells is sometimes you have cards that buff other cards, but in this one, it's different because every minion that dies, you get a mini buff, so it kind of stacks over time.
And
Valen's Chosen looks a lot worse when you have multiple bananas.
Yeah, a lot of the times you just completely ignore those and go for minions that can just build up your banana lead.
Your banana lead.
Yeah.
Do we have a banana counter on screen?
That'd probably get pretty out of hand.
Yeah. What's interesting to me is when I initially started playing the mode, I assumed immediately it was just a +1/+1 banana, the default banana.
Oh,
but then,
that wouldn't add anything.
Yeah. And then two minutes later or something, my opponent big banana's the guy. I'm just, what? That seems really good. And then he rotten bananaed, and I was so surprised.
Yeah, a lot of things can happen.
I mean, rotten banana's the worst banana, I think.
Rotten banana?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I think the +1/+1 banana is pretty good, but every time you get it, you feel like it could have been a +2/+2 banana.
Bad RNG.
Yeah, I think this game mode, this Tavern Brawl in specific, a lot makes you deck build way differently. Like, you won't be like the game's end much quicker because you'll be buffing all the small minions and dealing more damage, clearing minions faster, and getting more things to deal with other minions. So, like, I don't think big game hunters will be big in this. I don't think we'll be seeing many legendaries. I think you'll be fast games and aggro decks.
You can buff your you can buff your opponent's minions and then big game hunter them. Just seems great.
Maybe.
Though,
I think the one legendary, or two legendaries that we'll be seeing is, if there are mage decks, I think we'll be seeing Archmage Antonidas and Lotheb. I think Lotheb is really good in this game mode.
Oh, yes, exactly. Because if you have a board lead and you play Lotheb, they can't play their bananas.
Yeah.
What decks have you been trying out in this mode? Anything spicy?
Lots of Tempo Mage and Priest using Dragonkin Sorcerer. And I've seen a lot of mill decks taking advantage of your opponent's hand being filled with bananas.
I tried Tempo Mage, of course. Then I tried some different Warlock decks. The one I thought would work, but ended up being terrible. I tried Miracle Rogue.
Miracle Rogue.
Because you can make the bananas cheaper with Arson and then draw a bunch of cards with Auctioneer.
Yeah.
But it just never ended up panning out.
Seems like your hand would always be full. You're getting a card off of each banana and not losing any time.
Yeah, but the thing is, Miracle can't play a lot of minions, so that was the main failing.
Yeah.
A 3-drop would maybe die, and then you could never do anything about it. Yeah. So
yeah,
I
think
mean,
it's about making the 1 and 2 drops stick and then curving out really nicely.
yeah, exactly. You can just all your minions are so good. I haven't tried Paladin yet, but it seems fantastic with the mini bot and the muster.
Yeah. Muster really takes advantage of it. Another minion that takes advantage of all of the bananas is Echoing Ooze. It doubles as something you can buff and get more bananas out of.
Right, that's something people saw before me when I was trying out my rogue deck and stuff. People were playing Ooze, and I was just like, that card is insane in this move.
Yeah.
You know, all the oozes, or all those cards that prepare our fuffs. Especially, a card I've seen less that could be good is a Nerubian Egg. I think we might see a lot of Nerubian Egg today from these players.
Nerubian Egg could definitely be something that we see. I think something that isn't usually seen in constructed play that could be seeing play here is questing.
Questing, ooh,
Yeah.
interesting.
It's a really early drop that can just snowball out of hand with bananas, and people usually won't be running big removal. I think silences will be really big here, so that may be a problem. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
The thing is, playing bananas on something is so low cost.
Yeah.
Because you're getting them for free, and if they silence it, sure, that's a bit of your mana gone, but you still didn't spend a lot of cards. I don't think. Something you mentioned earlier that is actually correct. Something you mentioned earlier that's actually correct. I don't think this mode will have a lot of control decks.
Yeah.
At all. Oh, okay, we just got into our match here.
Oh, yep.
I'm gonna spectate the other guy real quick.
Both sides.
Yeah, I already have Ekop, but I'm gonna get both of them in here. Yeah, so it seems like what's the other guy's name? Sorry.
Ncrlv.
Yes, Ncrlv is on Warlock, while we have Ekop on Mage, which is a more standard pick for sure. He has Imp Master in there though, so it's kind of interesting. We see Ekop with Zombie Chow.
Zombie Chow?
Wow.
I guess maybe it could trade with a 1-drop and then get out of hand with bananas. Maybe that's what he's thinking.
I mean, it's also a metagame call. If you have Chow on turn 1, the other aggro deck has, like, Leper Gnome. That's really, really good for you.
But this is a zoo-type deck, so as he's playing, he could get Flame Imp and easily trade. And he has another 1-drop to coin into. He's playing really aggressively.
I mean, that seems like that's actually not good for Ekop, the 1/3 going down.
Yeah, makes it really awkward, maybe even forcing out a hero power. But he's just going to drop down the Haunted Creeper.
Yeah, I definitely like that play. I don't think killing the 1/1 is very impactful here. Though we could see some bananas getting started as soon as turn 3 from Ekop. He has Wild Pyromancer in his hand, which is actually a very good metagame call with all the Imp Masters. With all the... Yeah, it's very good with the Wild Power is very good against all the creepers and all that are running around in this mode.
Yes. I think...
Oh, Ekop just got a big banana. This is so good for him. He goes for the
Can-
abusive? Or...
I think Big Banana would be smarter here.
But you can't really do Big Banana with anything. I mean, that I don't hate that play because he has the 1-3, and he only has the 1-3, and he's answering with an Imp Master, and it seems really strong.
Yeah, I guess so. He's controlling a lot of the board, and he's gonna have a lot more minions to trade into against Zoo.
Yeah, and that may seem really good for the Warlock, but he's just gonna kill that with a 1-1 that's suddenly gonna eat some potassium and grow up to a 4-4.
He's probably thinking how he can most efficiently get rid of the Imp Gang boss without spawning as many.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure about that, because he could have kept one alive. Well, he seems to have something in mind, for sure.
Just throwing in a spider for free.
I mean, I guess that's still a really good trade for him. And now
Yeah.
I think he... Oh,
Oh,
I guess
he's
that makes
extending
sense.
the life of his
2 big
Imp Master.
bananas. 2 big bananas. This is the equivalent dealing 4 damage with boom bots in constructed.
So he's got a really buffed up Imp Master. It's going to stay on the board for quite a while.
And it's going to give him a lot of bananas. Imps equal bananas in Hearthstone.
Yes.
There comes the Juggler. Oh, and there's an Ironbeak Owl. That Juggler did not go where he wanted it to, though.
No. Would have been more beneficial to hit the 2-1.
I actually really like Ekop's deck here. He has a lot of synergy with the bananas. He has the mirror images, which I think is brilliant synergy. And he has...
The Dragon Egg.
Exactly. That's the one I'm talking about. And the Imp Master, it's crazy. Huh.
So he's buffing the mirror
Oh.
image.
He's just leaving everything at 1 health. That makes sense.
I think he knows he's playing against Zeus, so he's probably not worried about Hellfire or any board clears.
I mean, if his opponent has a board clear, he still gets an egg, and he gets 6 bananas in hand.
Yeah.
It's not a bad starting point, you know?
So Ncrlv sitting with 3 regular bananas, a big banana, and a deviate banana. So his hand's filled with a bunch of bananas, and doesn't look like he can really do much with them. 1 Void Collar and an abusive.
Yeah,
He's gonna drop down the Void Collar and he's gonna buff it up with a big banana and pass.
Can demons eat bananas?
Maybe.
Answering that with a maybe. Well, Ekop goes for the Owl. That play makes a lot of sense, especially since he really wants to clear in case of a card like Shadow Flame, because bananas synergize pretty well with Shadow Flame.
Yes.
That is
Easy to
definitely a
buff up
card
the
I
board
could see
clear.
him playing. Yeah, exactly. And Ekop with another big banana.
Looks like Ekop's been getting a lot luckier than Ncrlv with the bananas. Oh, there's a big banana for Ncrlv, finally.
He also just has the board in general. He doesn't need the big bananas. He just happens to have them.
Just seems like he's taking complete control of this game. Ncrlv's hands filled with bananas and a 4-drop.
Do you think
I don't think
Mukla and Ekop are friends? Because it
Maybe.
seems that way.
And a Haunted Creeper drawn. I don't think he really has much he can do here. He can taunt up his Haunted Creeper.
With a Defender of Argus?
Yeah, with Argus.
I always hate doing that as Zoo, not even in this mode, because taunting up only 1 minion against a big board state, it's so bad.
Yeah, you just feel how behind you are.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Ekop could go for some Exquisite Source's Apprentice Wild Pyromancer BM here. Though I'm pretty sure he would just end the game instead.
Yeah, he's probably just going to finish off the Haunted Creeper and go for some face damage, maybe even...
I think he has Lethal. It's a puzzle,
Does he?
but I think he does. If he
Lots of
trades in the
banana
Dragon
damage.
Egg, he can actually banana his Imp Master to put it up to 5 attack, and that also buffs his Mana Worm, which puts it to 10 attack. 10. He can Rotten Banana, so that's the Rotten Banana is effectively 2 damage because of the Mana Worm. Yeah, I think he is lethal.
So,
5, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I think that's almost exact lethal. Yeah, that's
that game. The
Yeah, it's
Rotten
game.
Banana for 1 extra game. Or
Yeah.
1 extra damage, and that is game.
Yeah, he had 1 over. That's what I
1
thought.
over.
So you see Ekop here taking.
A landslide victory.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, that just shows the power of